Hello and welcome to My Xbox and Me, episode 498. I am one of your hosts, MC Fixer, alongside the one and only, he still hasn't put his Christmas decorations away, it's Matt P. Video!
Damn right we haven't. And it's
We?
upsetting me.
What do you mean,
Well,
we?
me and Emma.
No, sir. Everyone on this podcast knows that's your job. Let's not pretend. No?
Really not, no.
No? Oh.
I mean, it very much is a joint effort, and it is something that I very much hate.
You hate doing, or you hate the fact they're there?
Well, look, we're not here over Christmas, right? We spend Christmas kind of jetting between our families. And so my argument is, what is the point? Which is met with, oh my God, stop being such a Grinch. I agree. I agree with Emma. Just want you to know that.
I got your back on this format.
Oh, thanks. Mysterious voice. Who is that?
That is, of course, the one and only Too Fresh Crash.
Hello.
Quick one. Fun story. Matt P. Jesus. Paul Despawn's also here as well.
Hi. Just quickly before you jump into your quick story, when Matt said he jets between his family, did anyone think he actually jets between his family?
Yeah, his private jet and then jets. Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I thought.
Rich white boy
found
problems.
out recently, if I was Taylor Swift, I would be.
Oh, but you're not Taylor Swift. Good point.
No, you're Matt P. Video.
One day.
So you guys, a couple of weeks ago, you guys asked me, how did Christmas go?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, it went well, whatever. I feel like I lied to you.
Standard.
Because we've booked to go to Texas this year. Because we don't want to be in this country and do it again. So we're going to Texas for Christmas again.
Fair.
So I think I might have lied.
See,
fair enough.
Just to give you like behind the curtains view on everyone's life. So in my previous role, in my previous job, it was very much that case of like, I'll work Christmas because Christmas is quiet. Every single Christmas, like the lead up to Christmas that I would work, I would book the next Christmas off because I remembered how horrible it is.
Gotcha.
And I'm like, I'm not doing this 2 years in a row. Yep. And then that just rinse and repeat. Like, oh, well, I had Christmas off. It's super quiet. I'll work next year. Just backwards and forwards. It's,
Makes sense.
Christmas sucks. Yeah.
Do you know what? I feel like without a kid, it just, and I'm not that, it's not me saying I want one, but without kids a part of it, it kind of does.
I like getting things.
Yeah,
but
me too.
I don't like buying things.
Me too.
Because, I'm very, like, I have this conversation with my partner, Marie. It's very much a case of, like, if I want something, I'll just buy it.
I'm right there with you. But this is My Xbox and Me, our weekly Xbox podcast. So we should probably talk about that. Make sure you go follow us across all platforms. We'd appreciate it. We don't promote it enough, and we will start promoting it a lot more. Patreon.com/MCFixer. Please do consider it's My Xbox and Me as well. It says it in the title and all that good stuff. You've got an MC Fixer tier. You've got a My Xbox and Me tier. If you are someone who enjoys this podcast, we need your help financially. There is no if, buts, and maybes about it. Please do consider supporting. It could be just as much as a coffee once a week, once a month. So if you have the means, please do consider supporting us over on Patreon. Go on, Crash. You got something to say?
Yes. Discord. Blind Rankings. There is a channel in the Discord for Blind Rankings. I'm going to say this in the beginning just for the people who pop out at the end, because I'm sure we'll end up saying it in the end at some point. There's a channel. I put in a light template for how you should do the Blind Rankings. If you guys want to go, anybody can leave them. It doesn't just have to be Big Willie P. It is open for anybody to leave a blind ranking. Gotcha.
Podcast reviews. Make sure you go and drop us a podcast review. I don't know where my phone is.
I'll check in if we got one.
Thank you. And all that good stuff. We've got a lot of good content coming very, very, very soon. Nonetheless, the Xbox Developer Direct, which is happening on the 26th, I believe. No, 23rd of January. I believe we're doing a watch along. I believe, as far as I'm aware, Matt probably won't be here, but the rest of us will be. So make sure you are locked into the My Xbox and Me Twitch, YouTube, and all of that good stuff, because we will be live reacting. Speaking of the Developer Direct, it is our topic of the show this week. A lot of things have come out. Obviously, the Developer Direct being one of them, boys. Always happens as soon as we finish recording. News drops. We almost did a MXAM extra, but we decided against it. I guess we'll start with excitement levels, boys. Matt, we'll go to you first. Obviously, we're getting Doom, South of Midnight, Claire Obscure, Expedition 33.
Yeah.
And a mystery game. We'll talk about the mystery game, I'm sure, in more detail in a little bit. But on the surface level, how excited are you?
Quite a bit. Like, I think these January developer directs have been really good, right? We've had like 2. The first one obviously is when Hi-Fi Rush got announced, which was a great shadow drop, and then we were talking about the second one, like, will they have another shadow drop? Is this just what they do now in January? And at least this time they've come out and said, and a little surprise thing, and we'll talk more about that in a bit. But like, South of Midnight, I'm really, really looking forward to this year. I'm really hopeful that that'll be really good. I think it's exploring like an area and a mythos, I guess, that we haven't seen a lot of, and I'm excited for that, and its sort of musical roots and stuff like that. Doom, I've never been a huge Doom guy, but this might be the one. It looks awesome. It's got a Captain America shield, and we know I'm a Marvel guy, so that's a way to hook me in.
Not just a Captain America shield, a Captain America shield with a chainsaw built in.
Exactly. Come on now. Yeah, it looks great. And Claire Obscura is so not my sort of thing, but it's pretty to look at, so why not?
I'm excited. Yeah, go on, Crash. Please.
I was going to say, I'm excited. I think all 3 of those games look really cool, and I want to see more of them. And I think they're all stuff that would be nice to see. Doom of the Dark Ages is probably the biggest question mark for me, because like Matt, not super into Doom. But this is like a fantasy Doom. I like fantasy. Maybe this is the one that gets me, but who knows?
I think Claire Obscura is a good example of a game that typically we would look at and go like, oh, it's multi-platform, and PlayStation are probably pushing it really heavily. And it's nice to see Xbox trying to play in that world, right? Of going like, should feel like an Xbox. Wait, is it an Xbox game? No, I'm saying all those things aloud.
No,
I didn't think it was. I didn't think it was.
Yeah.
But they're playing that game of making me second question, is it an Xbox game? Which is a good thing, right? And we've been saying forever that Xbox should be doing more of that sort of stuff and backing these games that they think are going to do well and hit with a certain audience. I agree with you. I just don't think this is an Xbox game.
This would have made sense for PlayStation to have the heavy marketing for.
Yeah.
And I feel like Xbox are trying to play in that field right now, but I don't know. I just to me, I don't look at it like that. I disagree with you. I just look at it as a multi-platform game at this moment in time. I don't look at, maybe it'll be different after the Direct. Maybe it'll be different.
I will say I completely disagree with you, Fix, because you got to remember they did the massive Xbox push for Liza P. Yeah. Big old push with Atlas as well.
What's that got to do with anything?
No, but what you're saying, this isn't their type of game, but it's like it's a turn-based RPG. It's like that's it's like that's exactly what an Atlas game. It's like, but that's what I'm saying. They're pushing like RPGs. Is what I'm
when
saying.
You think of turn-based RPGs, what do you think of?
I think of Final Fantasy and
you don't think of PlayStation. Literally proving my point.
But what I'm saying is, you're saying that this isn't the kind of push that Xbox would do, but they have been doing that with Atlas. Like
that's not what he said.
That's not what I said.
Yeah,
what did you say?
I'm
saying I just don't think this style of game. I'm not talking specifically turn-based. I'm talking the style of the entire game.
Okay,
is what when we think of this game, we don't think of Xbox, and I don't think so far they've done I'm not saying it's been a bad job at all, but I don't think when I think of this game, I don't think Xbox. I just think of this game.
Well, yeah.
But is this not the first step to getting there? Like, you've got to start.
They've already started the promotion run on this.
But it's still ways
this isn't the first time. This isn't the first time we're seeing it.
It's not the first time we're seeing it. It will be the first time a lot of people are seeing it.
Yeah,
I don't think this is a particularly well-known game. It's from like a new studio and stuff, right?
This was at E3, wasn't it?
There was no E3. Crash, how dare you?
I was at
Summer Games Fest.
Keeley 3, whatever you want to call
Key
it.
3, yeah.
Yeah,
Key 3,
in that live, yeah.
All right, so you're going to say that Developer Direct is going to have more eyes than Opening Night Live?
Not a chance.
Not what I'm saying. No.
That's what you said. That is what you said.
But like, we watch everything, right?
Yeah.
But not everybody does. And there will be people who watch this who haven't seen it at Opening Night Live, who've never even heard of it.
Sure.
Okay.
That's not the conversation though. The conversation is when you think of this game, when you think of this game at this moment in time, we've already seen it once with the information that we have. Do you think Xbox?
No, but will I in 2 weeks' time? Hopefully.
Sure, but I'm not talking about something in 2 weeks' time. I'm talking about it right now.
I have a question, and I don't think any of us will be able to answer this question because of how closely we pay attention to Xbox. Do you view Lies of P as an Xbox game?
Fuck no.
I don't know if like this will be the game that you would view as an Xbox game either.
I very much did.
Yeah, I did.
But my point is like, because we're close into it, we saw it coming out on Game Pass. We saw that like push from Xbox firsthand. If you aren't like into Xbox in that way, do you view it as an Xbox game? Is my question. And I don't know if this will be, and I don't know if Lies of P could 100% be viewed as a Xbox game from the larger community. I'm not in a position to like really make that call because of how close we are to Xbox.
I don't know. I feel like, sorry, I just want to say, like, I feel like Lies of P specifically, if we're talking about that, I feel like I do feel more likely that would be viewed as an Xbox game because it had the Xbox branding on all the marketing. It was
Game Pass.
It was in Game Pass. It was very much pushed by Xbox first.
That's kind of my point. I'm with you. I'm 100% agreeing with you. Mm-hmm. If this game, Claire Obscure, whatever it's fucking called, Expedition 33. I only know it because I did that TikTok video and got it wrong 100 times. If this was in Game Pass, then I would view it as an Xbox game more. But I'm saying the way they've branded it, I just don't think of it like that. In 2 weeks' time, or whenever this direct is, next week, wherever it is, maybe that will totally change. Maybe I'll come out of that direct, Xbox are going to kill it, and I'm going to think of it in a totally different light. But right now, I'm just like, oh, it's that game. It's not, oh, it's that game with the marketing with Xbox right now.
Is this game not coming to Game Pass?
No.
Oh. I could have sworn that they had announced that it was.
Do you think
they're
going to announce that it is?
It's launching on Game Pass.
Oh, even better.
I'll tell you what.
The game will be multi-platform. It will be available at launch for Game Pass subscribers. Yeah.
Pay back everything I just fucking said. It's an Xbox game, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, it's literally the same situation as Lies of P. So I think if you end up viewing Lies of P as an Xbox game, in turn you can view this as an Xbox game.
Sure. I think it's a good move. I think it's a good game for them to be backing. Game-based, feels JRPG. Like, let's start stepping into that world, Xbox. Let's go.
And I'm now, with the context of it being in Game Pass, I am 100% in agreement with you. It's a great move by Xbox, and they're going to make this turn into an Xbox game. We're not going to think of it a third party. And Matt, you're 100% right.
You're welcome.
Come on.
See, this is the problem. See, you all say I have these bad takes and I say stupid shit, and people would have already clicked away from the video at this point, and they'll just go away with that thought in their mind. They won't have got to this point where you've all apologized, come to me crawling on your knees.
Matt, the problem is what you're saying is just this first part of the podcast. By the time they get to the end, because they're gonna be like, we really like this Matt dude, and we want to see what else he has to say by the end of it. They're gonna be like, wow, a broken clock strikes twice a day.
So what you're saying is I should leave now.
Yeah.
It's about time you wrap up, right?
If you didn't make it 30 minutes into the podcast, Jesus, we've done a really bad job. A really bad job. Look, I'll just might say on the what we know so far, right? I'm in agreement with everyone. I'm actually quite excited. It's free. It's 2 games that I'm interested in, and one that I'm sure everyone's gonna absolutely love. I'm gonna get FOMO. I'm gonna play an hour of it and then say no, thank you. Which is Doom. Don't get me wrong. I just have decided I don't like Bethesda games.
No, that's fine.
And that's okay. I'm okay with saying that now. I've never really been a big Doom guy because of I'm not saying there isn't a story, because there 100% is. We all know that. But the way they tell their story isn't in a way that I like to digest my stories in video games. This one, again, it being a prequel, I'm a little bit more interested. I will say that. But I just don't know. Again, it's going to be in Game Pass. It's Xbox. I'm sure if there's nothing else around it, I will play it. But I said that about Indiana Jones, and I didn't. So
I think that's why I'm the most interested, because I think not only is it a prequel, I'm pretty sure it's like an origin story for the Doom guy, the Doom Slayer. Yeah. And so, it's like a jumping in point for somebody into the franchise like me, who's dabbled but never really got it. It should be an ideal fit. right? And like you say, it does look good, and Doom always looks and plays great, right? People who love it. You know, it is pretty much the quintessential boomer shooter. So if anything can get me into Doom, surely it's this.
Surely.
Did
anyone not have their say on their feelings? Despawn, did you have yours?
I didn't really say anything, but like, yeah, I'm 100% hyped for all three of these games. Like this being like Doom and Doom Eternal, like the reboot, I've not put a lot of time into, but what I have, I've enjoyed. But like you say, with this being like an origin prequel story, like this feels like a really good jumping in point for a lot of people. And what they've shown, like while limited so far, looks like they're doing some cool stuff. Again, South of Midnight, every time I see that game, I'm always hyped and interested in it. I just want to get hands on with that now and feel what it's going to be like with the interesting like the frame rate kind of.
You can turn that off. Can you turn it off? Okay, but I'm interested to see. That's confirmed that you can turn that off. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, but
that makes me so much more hyped for it. I'm gonna be 100% honest.
Because the story's.
Sorry, I cut you off. I was just gonna say that was the biggest negative for me with that game was the frame rate thing.
Really? The stock motion, which is the whole point. Yeah. I feel like it's the whole point of the game.
If I'm 100%. I think I'm in the wrong for like that. Not that I'm in the wrong, but it is like a jarring thing that I couldn't get over. And I think if they had kept it in, I wouldn't have had a right to be like, that shouldn't be in the game, you know?
Yeah, like... Yeah. I like that they're giving people the option. I'm 100% here for it. I think it's a stylistic choice. It makes it look even more interesting to me. But yeah, like I say, I'm interested to see what it feels like to play it rather than what it just watching it. But what I've seen so far looks amazing. And yeah, Claire Obscure, like last year was my year of getting back into RPGs. Again, after coming off the back of Metaphor and like a proper turn-based RPG, this feels like an interesting take on that genre. I'm interested to see the quality level with it being like technically it's an indie studio, and they've spent a lot of budget, it seems, on voice actors.
On Ben Starr,
Charlie Cox, Daredevil himself, Andy Serkis. Ben Starr's
the cheap one.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's the cheap one. Yeah. So yeah, I'm interested to see how that one plays out. And then I'm always hyped for a secret fourth reveal. So we'll see what that is.
Speaking of the secret fourth reveal, is it finally time that I am right? I've been wrong for the last 4 years, or however long that game came out. Is it finally coming, guys? Is it time? The rumors are out there.
I've seen them.
The rumors are swirling.
At this point, can we say you're finally right, or have you just been wrong this whole time and you're just wrong?
I've been wrong.
Okay.
But I can be finally right.
Yeah.
Yes.
If I say, look, listen. If I say, Tottenham are going to win the Premier League now, right? And then Tottenham do win the Premier League in 50 years.
You can't say I'm finally right.
I was finally right.
They did not win the Premier League you were talking about.
It's a stable league. It's just...
You say that. I don't say that.
Good point. It's a good point.
I don't say that.
I mean, they might go bankrupt and close down. Who knows? But yeah,
then I was wrong. They were wrong.
So the rumor I saw, I don't know whatever rumors everyone else saw, but I saw it was like a major Japanese publisher.
That was the second one that came out. So the first rumor that came out, have we got the information? Let me have a look.
I don't think it's in the notes that we've got here.
Okay, the first rumor that came out was from Nate the Hate, I believe.
Yeah.
Which was them coming out again. By the way, they're a credible tipster, but their thumbnails are absolutely atrocious. So I don't trust the fucking word they say. Have you seen their thumbnails?
No.
Oh my god, I am like, how on earth are you a credible tipster? Crazy. Not to hate you, Nate. I thought with you heavy, but like those thumbnails are awful. Yeah, exactly. See. But they came out suggesting that Final Fantasy VII Remake is finally going to hit Xbox this year, and then next year Rebirth will be hitting Xbox in 2028. This is also the same person who, according to Mr. Hate, Microsoft Flight Simulator and Halo the Master Chief Collection are also both going to have the multi-platform treatment. But we'll get into that soon. First, we'll start with the Final Fantasy stuff. Is it going to happen, Matt?
No. And I'm going to laugh all the way to the bank with my pizza. Like, no, absolutely, it's not going to happen.
I already owe you the pizza.
I was going to say, even if he comes out here.
So here's the question, just to interrupt. Like, so every year that you're wrong, does Matt get another pizza?
He should. I should owe him like 3 pizzas.
It's only 1 slice per year in interest.
Okay,
So I think I'm
okay.
up at like 1 1/4 pizzas. But I think, like, for me now at this point, it's gone so far. I think it only makes sense to wait until the trilogy is done and then drop all 3 at the same time.
Do the Kingdom Hearts treatment.
Nah,
Sure.
nah. You don't want to do that with this game
it's
anyway.
too much game.
Too big. Yep,
It's too much
exactly.
game. Some would say Kingdom Hearts is too much game, but
Kingdom Hearts is small compared to these games.
Yeah, but
I know.
Kingdom Hearts had so many re-releases by the point they put out the whole trilogy.
yeah. Can I also just put it out there and just, a hot take? Kingdom Hearts ain't all that.
Oh, Angor's coming for you. Angor is coming for you in the Discord. I'd never say that.
Despawn doesn't remember the things he played last week. Why are we putting any value?
Oh, I remember playing Kingdom Hearts.
Damn, that was crazy. That was
Made me
crazy.
quit
I can't believe you
Twitch.
said that. Oh, it made you quit Twitch, did it? It made you quit Twitch. Damn, that's crazy.
I get sucked.
If okay, take the rumors aside.
Mhm.
If it weren't what these rumors are, what would you want it to be? Like, what would you want to see? Like, would you want it to be a new exclusive? Would you want it to be a shadow drop? Would you what would you want outside of what the rumors are?
So my problem is I've got a game in my mind, but it's because of the rumors that I've got it in my mind.
Okay.
So mine is like, obviously, if it's a major Japanese studio dropping a game.
Lost Odyssey.
What?
What was that?
Lost Odyssey. I
No.
want a new Lost Odyssey. Like, these
No.
other fucking weirdos.
Nope.
No one cares about Lost Odyssey.
No, but
Wow.
what you care about is a little title called Resident Evil 9.
No chance. No chance.
No,
no
that's
chance,
what I
no
mean.
chance,
I don't think
no
it's going to
chance,
happen.
no
I think it's
chance,
very much a
no
PlayStation
chance. Yes.
centric like game, but it's like, I don't know. The way that they've been working with Game Pass recently, putting 2 and 3 on there, and basically every other like side title that they do.
No chance. No,
Those games do
even-
too well to like fuck with the formula for them, I'd imagine.
I mean, money talks at the end of the day.
Yeah. Like,
Xbox got the
Sure.
Xbox got the
Xbox
brand
got the
for
big
Monster
bucks.
Hunter.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was kind of my thing. Is like the boring answer is like an extended look at Monster Hunter.
No,
Oh,
it's not
no.
going to be nothing like that.
No.
There is no chance on Earth. Okay, pizza bet right now, and I'm actually taking it.
I'm just saying.
No chance.
I'm just saying.
I'm like this. No,
I'm
way.
not. I'm just saying. Okay, you get a trailer, you see a cog boot from Gears of War pop up in the mud, and then the camera zooms out. Exclusive cog hunter armor coming to Monster Hunter
Yeah.
No
near
way.
you in February.
No
Young,
way.
And then it
young
shifts
Gorman
to
Marcus.
Master Chief armor.
No. Oh no.
No.
I'd be so angry. I'd be so angry.
Yeah,
No,
I
I
don't
don't-
think.
I'm going to be boring and not take the pizza bet because the prediction is too boring. Like, and
I agree.
I don't necessarily think it'll happen. But maybe it is Capcom. But maybe it's just something weird from Capcom.
They're working on Remake 1 and they're working on Resident Evil 9. So it'll be either of those 2 projects.
Do you not think there's a Mega Man somewhere floating around Capcom?
The fuck?
It's time, isn't it? I don't know.
No, because they're focusing on their main franchises right now that make money. They've
Yeah.
said that. And they're going back to remake things that. So we're eventually going to see. We've seen all the remakes they're already working on Onimushu and all that stuff.
Mhm.
No, Matt. We're not seeing no. This is no.
Mega Man,
Stop.
no.
No.
Yeah.
Mega Man's not making no money.
They lost. Like they had plenty of opportunity to make Mega Man pop again. I think they just missed it.
The
I don't know
Mega Man
how you
reboot.
make. I don't know how you make Mega Man pop to today's market is the problem.
Well, not that this means anything, as we well know because of Concord, but Mega Man does also have a secret level episode. So, as did Pac-Man, and Pac-Man did a weird thing, and then they got their new Pac-Man game.
True.
no, I don't know.
I actually
Yeah,
really want to play that
Pac-Man
Pac-Man
got a new
game.
video game.
No.
Did you know?
Pac-Man have you not seen the new Pac-Man game? It's
Have you-
bananas.
Have you seen the secret level episode of Pac-Man?
Yes.
Crash, go watch it. You'll understand why.
I
it's
haven't
quite-
watched
I haven't watched
any
any
of
of it.
Secret Levels.
Either.
I heard some of the episodes were middling, and I was like, I don't know if I want to
Some are
watch this.
middling.
Yeah,
So the problem
you're
is, some of them are middling, but the ones that hit, oh my god, do they hit?
So the Pac-Man episode then led into the announcement of the Pac-Man game, and they're in the same style, which is very not Pac-Man.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah.
And my point is, they did it with Pac-Man. There's a Mega Man secret level episode. Does that lead into a Mega Man announcement? And is it here? Maybe.
No.
Maybe. Am I willing to put a pizza on it? No.
No. Would I be disappointed if it was Mega Man? Yes.
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 Well,
You
yes.
guys
agree with
are
that.
wild.
I
You
agree with
guys
that.
are gross human beings disrespecting a Mega Man like that. I can't believe it.
And do you know, the only reason I say this though is because of the level they come out and said there's this new thing. You know, if they didn't come, if they did like a surprise Mega Man here, that's the secret.
so
That's
you
like,
think-
boom, cool. I'd be like, oh, okay, Mega Man, great, new Mega Man game, cool. It's the fact that they've gone out of their way to like surprise thing coming.
So you're saying they've hyped it too much to be a Mega Man level announcement?
Yeah, I
You
think
want-
so.
Well, what are you going for then?
Not me. I think I just want something new. Like I want something
Brand
not
new IP.
seen- No, I'm not even saying brand new IP. The IP thing isn't that big a deal to me. I just want something. I guess it kind of is. Yeah, I think a new IP would be cool. But like, if you could give me a third-person action IP, like brand new IP, that'd be huge.
Do you think a new a developer direct is where you show a brand new IP
No,
and you
not
don't
at
wait
all.
for it? Okay, got it.
No, not
Hi-Fi
at
Rush?
all.
Sure, but I think from like what
With a
Fix,
shadow
he wants a
drop,
bigger
though.
game.
Yeah.
yeah. Fix wants like a big showing here, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Or am I reading
AAA,
too much
yeah,
into
no,
what you're
I
saying?
agree. If
Yeah,
you
yeah,
put
I
a
don't
big
think this
AAA
is
budget, like, yeah.
Yeah, I will also say all credit to like how great Hi-Fi Rush was, but in the end, I know like it took me a while to get there, but like I don't think Microsoft expected that to be as big as it was.
Oh no, not at all.
Like
That's why they shut down the company. The fucking idiots. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I didn't
the
mean to
back,
say
it's
that, I'm
fine.
sorry.
The back.
You meant it. You meant it.
You meant it.
I didn't mean it. I meant it. I'm sorry. Oh, Matt, what are you pondering on?
What if the rumors got it wrong? What if
No,
it's
they
not a
didn't.
Japanese studio,
They
it's a
didn't.
Korean studio? What if it's Lies of P2?
Nah.
I just got myself very excited then in the background.
You know,
It's not happening.
Have they even delivered the DLC yet?
That's what
I was
No,
going to say, it
the
could be the DLC.
Yeah, I'm thinking it could be more the
I don't think
DLC.
I don't think that would be like out of the realm of possibility.
The-
I think it would fit with like the way they've hyped it. Like there's one more thing. We got another thing that we're not announcing right now. I think it fits. I don't know if I would bet that that's it.
Can we spoil Lies of P quickly?
No, because I'm playing it.
Oh. There's another reason I think it should be the DLC.
If you want,
Like-
you did a spoiler cast for those
Yeah.
people. It's on the
What's that?
channel. If you care about it, go and watch that.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. All right. Should we move on? Anyone got anything else to say on this developer direct?
How
No.
hyped
All
you
right,
I
going
think
to
we
be if
should
it
each
is?
have a prediction.
Okay.
My prediction is Mega Man. There, I'm locking it in.
Okay.
You're all going to react to it, so each come up with a prediction, and then whoever's closest wins. Wins nothing.
My
The room-
prediction.
The rumor is it's a Japanese studio because I didn't hear
Yes.
that part of the rumor.
Yes, that is
Yeah.
the rumor.
It doesn't mean the rumor's right, Crash.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it's true.
Gears of War E-Day.
Ooh,
Fuck the rumor.
there's no way that's happening, but okay.
I don't think so. I can't think of anything else.
I like it.
My rumor is it's a brand new. Who the hell's got the Tomb Raider franchise right now?
Crystal
They
Dynamics.
sold it to Embrace.
No, Embrace.
No, they
yeah,
did, yeah,
perfect.
Right, sir.
My rumor is it's a reboot of Tomb Raider.
Oh, the reboot of a reboot.
It's a reboot.
I mean, how far do you want to go back with reboot of Tomb Raider's been
yeah.
I
through
think
the
it'll
net.
just be a game in the franchise and they won't tell
Sure.
you where it takes place or whatever the
Sure.
case is.
That's what I'm saying. Just a new Tomb Raider.
Yeah, I think we're there now with Tomb Raider, aren't we?
Yeah. I think
No,
it is
you
going to
are
be
there.
Final Fantasy.
You're being a boring idiot. Make content, goddammit.
I think it's going to be all of them.
Guess
every
Dino
single one.
Crisis. Guess
Dino-
Dino
right.
Crisis.
You
Guess
know what?
something you
Fuck
want.
it. I want achievements for playing Final Fantasy. What are you talking about?
That's right. Me too. Me too.
Yeah,
Discord,
yeah.
Me too.
Fuck it, yeah, Dino Crisis. Let's do it. Come on,
All right,
Capcom.
perfect.
Make it happen.
Perfect. Moving on swiftly because Despawn, Jesus fucking Christ, he makes my blood boil, boys. How do we feel about Microsoft Flight Sim and Halo, the Master Chief Collection coming to PlayStation and the Switch 2?
I mean, how is Flight Sim? Flight Sim barely works on anything, let alone Switch.
Right, that's
Surely
not true. That's not true.
They sort it out now?
Flight Sim works on everything.
Okay. Well, it didn't at launch, right? That was
There were some issues. There were some issues at launch.
Like if Flight Sim is on the Switch, it is going to be streaming on the Switch.
Sure.
It will not be played natively. Yeah. Also, we don't know how, if the rumors for the Switch 2 announcement, we don't know how powerful that'll be, if it'll be able to run natively on the Switch 2 or whatever the case is.
You won't.
Yeah, no. I think all the rumors I've seen is PS4 Pro level of quality. Like, that's how powerful it's going to be. But again, total take it with, like, we've not seen it, so who knows. But yeah, no, I don't see it running it natively, and if it does, it's going to be very like downgraded.
Does this hint that actually Switch 2 will launch with xCloud app, and that's how you're playing these games?
No. Next question.
I agree, but it's nice to think about.
I want to know how you lot feel about Halo coming to another platform that isn't Xbox.
Halo is the killer in it. Like when Halo goes, it's open season. It's over. It is the one franchise where I'm like, because it's kind of like Mario going to PlayStation. Do you know what I mean? It's like, this is your box art guy. This is your, it's weird. Like, I don't really care, I don't think, but it is weird. And it does give me a weird feeling that I find difficult to describe.
Yeah, I'm the same as
all
Matt.
the fans it can get.
I agree. I think it's the right thing for the game, and the right thing for Xbox, and but it's weird.
Yeah, okay, I agree with that. It is an odd one.
I mean, you asked me a year ago or 2 years ago, I would have been flying off the hinges, as you all know. Now I just don't care. But I feel like Xbox have done this on purpose, right? They finally got it through to us that we don't care about exclusives anymore. We care about you being in Game Pass. And you know what? I don't care anymore either. Like, cool. Yeah, I think for Halo to live beyond where it's at right now, I think it needs to be on PlayStation and every other platform that it can be on.
Yeah.
If I'm honest.
My question is for you again. I'm just to answer the question. I'm not fussed anymore at this point. Like, again, from a privileged position, I play everything, everywhere. Like, if I want to play a game, I've got access to it. But my question is: do you think it is Master Chief Collection, or do you think it's Halo Infinite's multiplayer?
No, I think it's Master Chief Collection. I think they're testing the waters of how to port things over. And if they do it with these very old titles, it mitigates the upset fanboys a little bit, I think, where Infinite is still too fresh. I think they would have preferred it to have been Infinite, but I think the Master Chief Collection is such a smart play of like, hey, try Halo for the first time, and you can play all of these games that Xbox fans have been playing for years and years and years. And then eventually Infinite comes, and then they launch the new one, and then 3 months down the line it comes to PlayStation, and they get that second boom, and bam, there you go.
Yeah.
Do you think they timed exclusive the next Halo, or do you think it's day and day?
No, I think they'll always time exclusive it now.
Do you think?
Yeah, I think it's going to be the Indiana Jones approach. I think that's where we're at now. We've had this conversation. Like, this is where it's at now. Xbox fans get it on Game Pass day one. You can play it 3 days early if you buy it for $70. Blah 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 blah. PlayStation fan, don't worry, you haven't got to wait too long. It's coming in. Insert 3 months, 6 months time. Done.
I think the interesting thing that they could do with Halo is that they could bring the multiplayer over a lot sooner than they do the rest of the game, and use that sort of as an ad, like, oh, you really like this gameplay and all this stuff. There's a whole campaign of cool stuff you can do. It's on Xbox or your PC or wherever else you can play it.
Your LG TV.
Yeah. Just as a like inside baseball thing, I think like the fact that they've moved to like Unreal now for the next one, I think is going to make it easier to port as well. Like, I think one of the big issues is obviously with Infinite is the slip space engine not great. but also specifically designed for Microsoft's architecture. So I think it'll be a lot harder to, port that to a PlayStation. Whereas I think, when you're in Unreal and everyone knows how to port an Unreal game to everything, it's it's pretty much a button press, as far as I'm aware. But yeah, so I think it'll be a lot.
Press. Yeah, file save as.
You're setting yourself open there for that one. I can't lie to you.
All right, 2 buttons. Sorry, my bad.
I know there's developers that listen to this podcast, which is
there's
wild
definitely going to be a lot more work. No, I'm joking. But there'll be it'd be easier to port a well-known engine to other platforms. So I could see in the future definitely. But like I said, I don't think Infinite's quite ready for that yet.
I think you could easily see the next Halo and Gears of War E-Day launch day and date. I think it's a slippery slope. Right now it's 6 months for Indiana Jones. Then it'll be 3 months for the next thing. And then it'll be 6 weeks. Then it'll be whatever. I think it just slips and slips and slips. And by the time we get a new Halo, by the time we get a Gears of War E-Day, I think it could easily be day and date.
I could see them doing that at some point, but while they've got a hardware on the market, I don't think they'll ever do that. I think they want something to push that hardware. I know that they're very much right now it's play wherever you want, but they need something to be a system seller, as it were. Whether it is a system seller in first place, I think there'll still always be that exclusive for a time period.
I think if you also don't release it day and date, and let's say these games perform on PlayStation, right? We've seen whenever Xbox puts games on PlayStation, they perform. We saw it with Sea of Thieves and stuff like that. If you do that and you're we're not going to guarantee you a time frame that it comes out, we might guarantee that at some point you'll get those games. It also gives them more leveraging power in any sort of conversations they would have with PlayStation for anything. Be it streaming, the Azure servers, they have all those sort of conversations. They have a chip to play in that. If they don't give you a hard, it's releasing day and date sort of situation. Not to say that they'd ever use that chip, but it does give them a bargaining tool to have as well.
It's an interesting point. I like it. Strategically, I think you're right, Crash. I think putting online only as this, you get the multiplayer, helps us keep the multiplayer alive and in the conversation and on Twitch and all those things. I think it's an interesting strategy. I just don't know if we're in that world
Does
anymore.
anybody else feel like every other conversation we have is just irrelevant because GTA 6 is coming?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Generally, we have these conversations about older games coming to different platforms and things like that. And I'm just
no one's playing anything else next year.
GTA 6 is coming this year. If it don't get delayed, GTA 6 is coming. Who the hell cares?
That's what I mean. Even if it comes this year, no one's playing anything else next year.
We're
playing GTA till the wheels come off.
You Despawn? You're damn fucking right we are, baby. Never
Hell
fucking
yeah,
forget.
we are.
Crash?
I'm getting back into RP, bitches.
I miss you.
Are you supposed to say my name?
I miss you. We're going in, brother. See all the times we're Fortnite, we could be us, we could be the next big thing. PUBG, we could be the next GTA 6. We could be the next big thing.
Just calling it. My GTA and Me 2026.
Wow, what a podcast.
there's what? You were going to play campaign at the same time in a Discord call?
It's actually, no.
Virtually hold hands? Oh my God, I just saw the coolest thing fix.
I do like the idea of doing a week, a weekly journey of where we're at and what we've experienced in GTA 6 as a mini pod series. I do like that.
See, the problem is, for single player, we're all taking the week off work and playing it in full, right?
Week off work.
Well, for those that have day jobs.
Good luck.
I dare you.
Yeah, I'll try. I'm going to say, I imagine that'll be the busiest week I will ever.
Will go out when the release date gets announced. The email goes out from our CEO going,
don't think about it.
Yeah, don't even.
Don't even, yeah. Oh no, I've suddenly lost all my arms and legs.
Somebody's going to have that time off and they're going to be so excited.
They've already
lines up perfectly.
All park it. I'm going to go here.
Yeah.
No, because you know what happened is they think they're excited for a second and then they remember they've gone to a wedding or something and they're going to be like, oh, why is it going to be this week?
Also,
go on, please.
Well, I was going to say, in the same way you're talking about it, Fix, it's a good opportunity. Fucking show what you can do and make some waves. Do you know what I mean?
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
We are. I'm gonna say we are 100.
no.
Like just no. Okay.
No, go on,
No.
please. I'm joking.
I'm gonna say we are 100% like planning to do all the heists together, right?
everything. There's
Everything.
not. I want to be a content. I can't lie. That's when you're going to see me be
That's in you. That's in you.
big boss. Be
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
guys, get online. We're playing. Chris, gonna be, I'm not playing that game. I hate it. And I'm like, I don't care. It's numbers. Get on the
business.
goddamn game. I don't like the shooting. I don't care. I don't like the driving. I don't care. You
mean-
will play this game. I don't like
This is
GTA
how Fix
6.
gets friends to play games with him.
Yeah,
He
for
just
defensive
mean and
violence.
aggressive.
You're all
not
still
wrong.
talking like online's coming day one.
No, I'm not,
And
no, I'm
it's
not
not
talking about
when
that.
it
I'm
comes,
not
when
talking
it
about that.
drops,
I'm just
yeah.
saying when it drops, yeah.
Yeah,
It
when
won't be
drops.
day one. It'll be
never
a
is.
year
Yeah.
after.
2026.
It'll be a year after, yeah. That doesn't mean there's not content to be made, though.
100%. 100%. And you know what it starts with? Replaying GTA 5. And that's how you start that podcast of the journey or whatever.
Don't hate that. I
I'm
don't hate
zero.
it. It is my
I do
favorite
want to play
game
that
of all
single
time.
player story
One
again
of
at one
the-
point.
0% chance I replay that.
Yeah, no, dude, yeah. Like you don't play games that came out this year. You're not going to play games that came out 12 years ago.
Oh, got him, zinger! Oh my
I-
god,
Did
How
not
about
play
you?
games that came out this year. How many games came out this year at Despawn?
loads. There's games that have come out already.
Yeah.
But I'm
Okay.
counting year in the
cool.
last
You
12
want to do
months.
this? All right,
Oh, last 12. I didn't play games that came out in the last 12 months. Despawn. Interesting.
Interesting. I think there's like 12
Fresh,
games coming out on Steam tomorrow.
We have
Yeah.
had. You're talking about Xbox specific,
Whatever.
or just in general, Crash? Just asking.
Just in general.
Okay, we've had Withering Waves came
We
out
played
on
that.
Play
PlayStation
2.0.
PlayStation 5. Okay. We've had Freedom Wars Remastered.
Love Freedom Wars.
Have any of you guys played Freedom Wars Remastered?
Not the remaster, but I
yeah.
played the original.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
the
played it.
original.
I played it. I just
Next game on the list, Fix?
It was PS Vita exclusive. Nobody played it.
No, that's it, Crash. That's it.
That's it. Okay, cool. I'm glad we're all starting off in the same spot with games played this
50%,
year.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
fantastic.
To be honest, to get on the topic real quick, though,
Go on.
the big game, I guess, that will. I don't think any of us will play it, but it did review really well. IGN gave it a 9. I saw that, which is Dynasty Warriors Origins, January
Very
17th. It's not really a me game, but it's one of those annoying ones where now it's getting very good review scores. I'm there like, and they've given out codes very early. The review scores out pretty early, which is really good. So yeah, man, I'm I don't know. Maybe I'll try it. Maybe if I can get a code.
I'll wait for the Game Pass release, man.
Okay, yeah.
I'm joking.
Yeah.
I see you.
I've
see
heard
you.
good. I'll be honest though, I have heard good things. I know there's some big changes to this like format on that. So yeah, I'm interested. I'm actually not like hyped to play it, but like I'm interested to check it out at some point.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
The-
Remember he said
the-
that, everyone. Remember he said that. We'll see.
Yeah. The game that's releasing relatively soon that I had on my radar was Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Yeah, that's not till next month though.
Is it? I thought it was the end of the
No.
month.
It's the
No.
4th of February.
Oh, because it was kind of.
Ever is going to have.
No, it's next month, Matt. That's not how days work at months.
basically the same thing.
No, Matthew, it isn't.
It's
Close
closer
your
to the
eyes
end
while
of
you're
this
looking at a
month than the end of
calendar.
Let's get into what's been in our box before we don't get through this segment. And we keep getting called out in the Discord. I don't know if any of you have seen this.
No.
But
No.
we haven't talked about Indiana Jones.
I did see that, and so I played it so that I
Yeah.
could talk about it.
Okay,
Wow.
so
I would also say we have mentioned that we all played Indiana Jones repeatedly,
thank you.
and we've all said, "Eh."
Thank you. It's exactly what I said.
You know what my impression of after playing the bit I did was?
Is it? Eh.
How long did you play it out of interest?
I played like an hour and a half or something like that.
Okay.
I just,
And what is your actual honest opinion? Like,
I don't care for it. I don't think it was bad. What I played wasn't
No.
like horrible. I wasn't like, this plays horribly. This is egregious. It was just like, whatever. I don't care for Indiana Jones already. So that whole opening, which is like a whole homage to fucking
First
Indiana Jones,
film,
I didn't care while I'm doing it
Yeah.
all. I'm like, cool. Guy dies to some spikes. Cool. You know?
Yeah. no,
Like,
I'm in
we've all died to
total,
some spikes.
I'm in total agreement. Yeah, just to go over it again, because again, we've been called out. Again, I played 5 hours of the game, I streamed it. I just don't. I'm not. It's not about game in any way, shape, or form. I'm sure that I would have had more fun with it if it came out in January. I think releasing the game in December was the wrong move for the way I play games in my calendar brain and all of that. Does that make any sense to any of you listening? No, it's a video game that came out. But the way my brain works is end of the year, it's cut, it's done. Like, I'm on to the next year of games of what I've got to cover for work, etc., etc. And it just didn't do it for me. It wasn't fun enough to get me to go back to it. And I just don't care about Indiana Jones. I agree with Despawn when it comes to that first opening area. It's a lot of holding up your map and running around because you can't see it. There's no mini map. I like the way they do the map. It makes sense. But it is just a lot, for me, it was just a lot of holding the map, running around. Okay, mission here, do this, get caught by somebody, sprint around and hide, jump on a roof, wait a second, then go again. It just didn't do it for me, personally.
Yeah. Just to give a backstory, like, I got all the way to, well, I say all the way, I got to Cairo, so I got to the second area. So I put in like a lot of time in the Vatican area. I did a bunch of the side missions. And yeah, I think I've said it before, like, I like the puzzle sections. I think the puzzle sections are interesting. I like the way that they're all planned out and stuff. But yeah, the combat and the constant back and forth of like just handing in missions and then going back to the same area and do all that stuff just didn't gel with me. And yeah, I think by the time I'd spent a bit of time in Cairo, I thought it's just more of the same, and it just didn't really. I've not had the urge to go back to it. Like, we'll talk about what I'm playing recently, but you've seen I'm playing completely different games, and like I should be playing Indiana Jones. I am the Indiana Jones guy. Like, I love the films growing up. But yeah, it just did not gel with me at all.
Matthew P.
I think I'm higher on it than you lot. Like, I do want to get back to it. I think about going back to it. And then every time I pick up an Xbox controller, I'm like, I'd rather play Stalker. So I play Stalker. Because I think those two games came out close, and I prefer Stalker of the two. But I think it's far better than I thought it would be, Indiana Jones. I enjoy it far more than I thought I would. And I do want to get back to it. Having said that, I know in my heart of hearts I probably won't get back to it because work, commitments, other things, and Stalker's there. So
Star Wars Jedi Power Battles 2 comes out soon.
Sure.
Or Jedi Powers, I don't think it's 2. Jar Jar Binks is in it, Crash.
Sure.
I'm going to play it. I used to love that game. I'm not even a Star Wars fan. I used to love that game on PS1.
I don't think I've ever played it.
Big game.
But Jar Jar Binks, that's,
Jar Jar Binks.
A reason to jump in. A game has Jar Jar Binks.
That's facts. I support the Jar Jar fans, and that's me. That's me.
All Jar Jar.
It's not true. There's many of us. How dare you?
Was that an impression of Jar Jar?
What?
No, that was just me talking to my other Jar Jar fans. Jar Jar.
Sorry. Okay. Fine. I thought you
no,
would. Yeah.
If I was doing it, I'd be Mister. Ooh. There you go. That's my impression.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah, I apologize.
All right, let's jump in what's been in our box then. Let's actually talk about what we've actually been playing. Now everyone can get off our butt cheeks for you didn't talk about YouTube. Eastbourne, we'll start with you. What have you been playing, man?
So weekly update. I'm playing Balatro. I managed to complete another run.
No one cares.
Wow.
No one cares.
You don't care. Other people might. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. My Metal Gear Solid 5 run is going as normal. I jumped into a indie game, which has been a ton of fun. A game called Moonstone Island. So this is a very cozy crafting game. It's basically Stardew Valley, but imagine you're a wizard instead of just a normal farmer. So you do farming. There is farming. There's crafting. But it also has kind of like a Pokemon-esque element where you capture and tame animals and use you just use them to fight across these different islands. But the islands are like floating islands. In the sky, that's where things float, and you will basically use a balloon and use your broom to get between those islands, and there's like different dungeons to solve. So it's like it looks very much like an old school Zelda game mixed with like I say, those Stardew elements as well. It's quite fun. Like you say, if you're into your cozy vibes, I think you'll really enjoy it. It does that nice thing of like, it has the time mechanic where like, if you pass out and wake up back in your house, but it doesn't penalize you in any way. You just like wake up like an hour or two later than you usually would. And yeah, it's quite fun. But yeah, no, I'm really enjoying that at the moment. And then for the fifth and probably final time, I'm trying to play Death Stranding. again, I'm in my weird Kojima weirdness phase where I want to get, like, I know the new game's coming out this year, so I want to try and finish the first one before, and yeah, just try to like get through that. I'm pretty much done with the first area, I think. So yeah, I'm finally getting to the point where I was before I quit last time. So hopefully, yeah, as I push through, I'll be able to do it. Because I'm playing on the Steam Deck, it's a little bit more manageable and digestible. Like, I just play it in little small sections now, and I'm not feeling like I'm wasting all my time. Go.
Did you get Game Pass to work on the Steam Deck yet?
Yes, easy, really, really easy.
We need to talk.
I also got PlayStation Remote Play to work on it as well.
I've got a portal. I don't care.
But you don't use the portal; it sits in the back.
Steam Deck sits in the back.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll
But yeah, no,
literally get Game Pass working on it and then never touch it again.
that's true. That's true. But yeah,
I have to
can
say, I don't appreciate any of you guys, and what you're saying right now. I have to say that I don't appreciate it.
Is it because it's true and it hurts?
I was going to say, you don't have to appreciate the truth. It's just
Yeah, just the truth is the truth. Yeah.
I apologize, Fix.
Yeah. Facts don't care about your feelings.
Okay. Well. All right. Well, let's push over to Matt. What have you been playing?
Oh, Balatro. So good, isn't it?
No one
It's great.
cares.
It's great.
Me and Emma started playing Cat Quest 2. It's pretty good. It's pretty good fun.
No, it's not. I
Weird.
played that game. It's not fun at all.
Is
It's
it,
so boring. It's so boring.
As good as Artful Escape, Matt.
No, nowhere near. Nowhere near.
It's not good. It's very fucking dumb and fucking stupid. And
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know why I played it. I've got to be honest.
I played the demo for the new Souls game coming out tomorrow, which is called Tyrant's Realm, maybe?
That's
it
not
looks like a
mine.
PS1 game. It's coming out on Steam tomorrow. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
It's like a roguelike Souls game.
I'm sold.
PS1.
Sold. I'll buy it. 100%.
If you're into those sorts of games, like, you know what it is from the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Check
What's it
out.
called?
Tyrant's Realm?
I don't think you'll enjoy this, Fix.
No, you won't. No, Fix will hate
I won't play this game.
The art
I don't
style's
think it looks super.
kind of giving me Valheim
God, no. Oh,
Yes.
God, no.
levels of like.
No. Oh,
But yeah.
This
No.
is how I remember PS2 games to look. PS2 games were
Oh,
PS1 games. PS1 games.
Yeah.
PS1 games looked worse than this, but this is how I remember them.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree.
That's exactly what it is. It's like if, Dark Souls was made then. The demo doesn't give any hints at like what kind of story or, lore or anything like this. And I don't think it's going to have a lot of that. I think it's super indie, low budget. It is what it is. But if you're into those sorts of games, check it out.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Anything else?
Nah.
Crash, we've been playing.
Marvel Rivals Season 1.
Yes, I heard the new season started.
2 new characters, super fun.
Who
I
are
love
they?
that game. Invisible Woman and Mr. Fantastic.
Oh.
They're going to launch the rest of the Fantastic Four halfway through the season.
Yep.
Have you rest of you been playing? You been playing at all? No.
No, I when you were late to record the podcast, behind the curtains, look, ladies and gentlemen, I tried to boot it and then it went 50 gig update, and I went, okay, cool, I'll just sit here and wait.
I was late by 3 minutes.
4 minutes.
Matt was in the call early. I will give Matt credit.
Wait, hold up. I came in the call while live,
I didn't know
while RPing, and said to
know
Matt, I'm just getting arrested. I will be with you. And what did Matt say? Matt said, I know, I'm watching. Didn't say hello in my chat. Didn't say anything.
I subbed via Amazon Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, you can sub for free right now.
You didn't celebrate it then because it didn't come up on stream.
I never celebrate it.
That means I don't know that you're subbed.
I'm not out here celebrating myself.
I love that.
Ain't gonna go like that.
Such a dummy. Thank you for the prime. I appreciate
That's
it.
all right.
Thank you.
And remember, ladies and gentlemen at home.
Yeah, I mean, you could have given that to the My Xbox and Me Twitch channel. I'm just saying.
Oh, should I have done that?
Yeah.
No.
I'll be honest,
Yeah.
I go on Twitch very rarely, and I knew Fixer was RPing, and I was like, okay, I'll jump in here while Marvel Rivals is updating. I'm not here to watch the ad. That ain't happening.
Yeah.
Prime sub.
That's how I get you. Yep.
So
And you wanted to see some content. And I gave you some.
And you know what I
gave you
saw?
some.
I saw you sat in a jail cell for 7 minutes. That's what I saw. I clearly missed the high octane
stuff
police
you did.
chase beforehand.
You did.
You did.
I got that vibe.
So on to what I've been playing, which is roleplay, and I'm absolutely loving it again.
Good.
So, but I'm just waiting for new games to come out in January, so I can take my break again as well.
We talked about what's coming up, but you didn't really say what you're interested in. Like, is there something coming out where you're like, okay, I'm just waiting for that? Not this month, but whenever.
Well, no, I'll say this month. So this month, no jokes. I do actually want to play Star Wars Episode 1 Jedi Battle Power Battles. I've never played Spider-Man 2 yet, and I said to my chat that it could be a great time. It's coming to PC, isn't it, on the 30th?
Yeah.
So I probably won't buy. I won't get it on PC probably unless PlayStation send the code. But I have it on PlayStation, so it's a good time to replay it while the Twitch category is a little bit higher than it would currently be. So I might start my playthrough of that. But yeah, it's kind of hard because Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 will be out by then as well, and I potentially might check that out. I didn't love the first one. It's not really a me game. But again, it's going to be one of those games that probably gets at 8, 9, 10. So I think I'll be doing myself a disjustice for the year, especially this early on in the year where there's nothing that I need that needs my attention to not give it the good old college try, if I'm being honest. And I'm almost certain I'm getting a code for it. So yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. Playing roleplay. Currently playing on Prodigy server. For people that care about any of that. Not going to go into too much detail because I do understand that no one cares. Just like no one cares about the boys talking about Blatro. So, should we get into the rest of the news? There isn't too much to talk about, but we've got a few stories. Let's jump into that. Story 1, we have got Microsoft has filed a gaming patent for, quote, crafting and altering game narratives, end quote, using generative AI. Yeah, I got it. Thank you. Microsoft patented a patent in 2024 that it's now publicly available, exploring ways that generative artificial intelligence can be used in game design, allowing designers and the players alike to both customize the experience through prompts. The patent provides a higher level summary, end quote, of ways that games can be iterated on, such as quickly generating objects relevant to the narrative based on provided prompts. Another example shows how the system can be implemented into a pre-existing sandbox game like Minecraft. From here, players could provide prompts asking for new game rules, systems, non-playable characters, or narrative content to be crafted on the fly. Despawn, you are a man who does not like AI in the artistry way, I believe. I think that's fair. Is that fair? Am I wrong?
So, yeah.
Yeah, I am wrong.
No, yeah, you're right. I'm not specifically generative AI. Like, I'm fine with AI in general. Like, I think that's where people get conflated when they see just AI. I think there are definitely good use cases for it. But yeah, generative AI specifically, I'm not a big fan of. Yeah.
How do you feel about this?
In concept, it's interesting as a player, like the fact that you could, directly control the gameplay yourself and that kind of stuff. I'm interested in that. Where my issues are always going to lie is how does this affect the developers and the environmental impact of using generative AI within gameplay as well. Like that is one of my major issues with generative AI is that no one's given me a valid reason why it's not horrific for the environment. And yeah, to that point, no one's been able to do that yet. And until that
still can't, mate. Still can't give you that. Sorry.
No, until someone can give me that answer, then maybe I'll start supporting it. But right now, I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm good.
I suppose the argument is, you don't know, we don't have enough details on what this is, right? Mm-hmm. And so, if you're Microsoft and you've just invested billions into OpenAI and the train has left the station, this is the way we're heading.
Yes.
Generative AI is going to be everywhere.
Fact.
And it's going to have a billion different use cases, and it's going to be handled badly, and it's going to be handled well, and it's going to be everything in between. You're a corporation like Microsoft, you get in. You have to get in the
Absolutely.
waters, right, in one way or another. And this is a very small part of them getting in, right? Like they are investing billions. They need to be at the forefront of this because they're Microsoft. And so who knows how it's going to go? It could be terrible, but I think it's too vague to know how they're going to end up using this and what it's going to be. Are we going to have AI NPCs in Fable? Almost definitely not. Will it happen in Fable 2? Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, like
bro, it's a real. Go on, Crash. Says.
I was gonna say it's also too like early to know if this ends up even being a thing that ever gets put into any game.
100%.
It's just a patent right now.
It will be.
We'll see. I think you'll get some. I think you'll get. I'm not making pizza bet because I think you'll get some form of AI in a game. I don't know if you'll get this in a game.
We already have it, right? We've all seen that tech demo, I'm sure, of the guy walking through the city and you're talking to the NPCs and they're responding back to you in real time about things. You've seen that demo before, right?
Mm-hmm.
No? It is one of the most remarkable things that I think I've seen. It blows me away. Because I see it from like a role, like from GTA perspective, role play, things like that, right? Like I'm currently doing role play, right? And I walk up to NPCs like, yo, homie, what up, man? Yeah, buy my shit. And I get nothing back. But I still do it because it's part of the role play and that's what I do. To be able to like imagine I can do that and then the guy's like, hey, don't fucking talk to me like that. I'll buy my shit if I want to. And I'm just like, that's crazy. And if AI brings that to it, I will be impressed and enjoy it. I'm not saying that makes it good for developers and things of that nature, because I do understand that that could be quite harmful. But it doesn't change the fact that it gets me excited.
I agree with you, Fix, and then I can't wait for everybody to be super excited for that NPC, and then for whoever created that server to create a mod that follows that NPC around and the AI as it controls it, and then they start a stream for it, and then that AI becomes the biggest streamer on the platform.
And it will.
For RP.
That'll happen.
And it will.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with it.
I'll give you a good use case that they could use this for. A accessibility AI companion. So you go into a game like a Sky, and there's already a mod for this in Skyrim, which is why I use it as an example. It's just not very good. It's laughably not good. But you go into a game like Skyrim, you activate your, I need help in this area, or I just need help in general because I'm not good at puzzles because I have, whatever it is that
I
you
get
have.
what you're saying, yeah.
And now you have a companion that contextually understands the world. And you go, you know what, I'm just done with this puzzle. Tell me how to solve it. And your AI companion has the wherewithal to be able to do that for you. And to have different levels of that, right? To be able to go like, hey, I just need a hint here. And all of a sudden they come out with an Atreus style line that's a vague hint. Or, hey, I'm done. I need you to give me the answer. Here's what you go do.
Bro, just give me that, but just give me a, hey, dude, I just need to know which direction to go in, please.
Sure.
Just give me that. Hey, you actually want to go that way, not that. I need you to go left, not right.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
Or hey, remind me who this character is in front of me. Here's a little bit of background on the story because you played 50 hours and you've forgotten who this is.
That would be huge.
Little things like that, that could work.
But does that, and it does, and we know it does, but it does take away from developers, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it does, Matt.
I would also say the flip side of that is if your game needs you to have an AI person walking around behind you telling you what to do, that's a badly designed game.
I think you're misinterpreting what we're saying. So I don't think it's a case of needs to. It's an additive. Final Fantasy VII, my game of the year, one of my favorite games. If I could have had an AI thing, which we do agree that's badly designed, but if I could have had an AI thing be like, you want to jump on this mushroom because it's going to take you there, there, and there. And I'll go, hey, motherfucker, nudge me. Let's keep it moving, baby. Like, I'd be happy.
Just a chocobo turns around and tells you, follow me.
I think in a game like Skyrim, it's harsh to say it's badly designed because I played 50 hours of this game 7 weeks ago and then got distracted by life. And now I'm coming back and I don't remember who's in charge of this rebel group or what the faction loyalty thing is here. And I need somebody to just tell me who that is. Like, that's on me, not the game.
Games have come up with answers to that though already. Like Final Fantasy 16 has, whenever you're in a cutscene, you can press the button and it opens up. Here are the factions that are involved right now. Here are the main players in this scene. Yeah.
I didn't know
Oh, I didn't know
That's
that.
cool.
I did not know that.
There's another game that I can't recall that came out last year that did this as well, and I can't remember which game it was.
Yeah.
Look, there are other ways to do this, and you could argue that the other ways to do this give somebody a job, and therefore that's good. But I don't know, look.
Don't do the button. Don't do the button, man. Don't do the button. Leave it there. Just leave it there. Don't do the button.
The Final Fantasy example you just gave, right? Is that essentially a wall of text?
Yes.
That's where the issue is, Matt. And that's where AI comes in. Give me an AI fucking robot that reads it to me.
So, but
having said that, an example that kind of did that, well, it wasn't AI, but Pentiment allowed a Microsoft Sam or whatever voiceover to read everything in the game, and that was a bad experience for that.
I'm gonna say that's existed for a while though. Like Ubisoft do that with all of their menu systems for like. I want to say since before Watch Dogs Legion. I think Legion's the one I remember it being as a Prime thing, but yeah, like I'm pretty sure it's been in every game. It is very much like an AI voice, but like not AI, as it were. But yeah,
but it's not an AI voice is the thing. But there are plenty now of AI voices that are emotive and understand somewhat context to be able to make that voice more engaging. Should you hire a voiceover actor just to do all those lines?
Yes.
But are they going to?
Are they going to? No.
That's what. To be fair, like the answer on whether that becomes a thing with AI is a big thing with the SAG situation right now in the industry.
Yeah,
I think if depending on how that goes depends on where if something like that could happen with AI, because there's a possibility where voice acting is not on the table for AI, and the only thing you'll get with AI is other forms of content, right?
Bro, that just charged me $9.99 as an add-on for the game. That is, you've hired somebody to do the voiceover for every file. I don't know why that is not a thing. I don't understand.
I agree with you. People would be so pissed because they'd be like, "You're charging people for accessibility. This is fucked up," and whatever.
They would,
sure.
Just pay somebody a day rate to read them all for you.
They would, but I would fucking still pay it, Crash. I pay it every
He's saying you should hire somebody now on Fiverr.
No, I'm saying that the companies that make millions off video games should pay someone a day rate of 250 quid to just read all the files that are in the game and then put it in the game for you.
Well, okay then. So that's interesting, right? That you just said the companies that are making millions. What about the companies that aren't? So what about the developers? Like, pick, I don't know, another Crab's Treasure, right? Which has voice acting, but not every character is voiced. They're not making millions.
The problem with what you're saying is like making room for them, you make room for the big guy who does make millions. You can't have it both ways. No, that's what I'm saying.
It has to be a fair playing field across the board for everybody. That has to be.
For sure. You can't like pick. You can't pick and choose who it is. So it's like if you're saying it's okay for them, you have to say it's okay for the company that doesn't need to use AI to use AI. And I think that's the problem where you have is like, at what point is it okay? Because it has to be okay across the board.
It's okay, man. Just let him have it. Do it for things that I care about. It's
a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope because, like, you could also use it in an artistic way, right? Like the point of the game could be that you could imagine like a Portal game where GLaDOS is run by AI and you're trying to outsmart this AI, and this AI is trying to outsmart you. That could be interesting, that you're like trying to escape this facility where this like generative AI is trying to stop you.
The problem is going to come with where does the generative AI start to pull its ideas?
That's facts.
That's the problem.
And that's where you hope that a company like Microsoft, companies like Adobe, that the big people playing in this space are doing it correctly.
Adobe came out that they stole.
Stop. Let me land, please. Go. You mean Adobe? By the way, I've just remembered that they owe me money. I need to ring them. You mean Adobe, who I clicked something by mistake, and they signed me up to a font thing that cost me $15.99 a month that I then went to try and cancel, and they said, no, fuck you. You've got to pay £300 now. You mean that company? Let me say this right now, because I don't give a fuck about the sponsorship. Fuck you, Adobe. Fuck you.
I didn't say they are doing it right. I was talking about the scale of the company.
I would
and
also,
to be fair, that's not even fair because Adobe aren't of the same scale of Microsoft, but they're like some of the biggest people playing in that space.
Yeah, to interrupt though as well, like Microsoft are in bed with OpenAI, who are on record saying that we should cancel all copyright because they can't have a viable business without it. So
Where is that?
They said this. This was a big thing.
It was a big thing.
They shouldn't be allowed to do that because then our service can't exist because we can't use it.
We can't survive as a business while we can't scrape copyright material. It's like, well, then you shouldn't survive as a business.
Interesting.
I think that's a whole different conversation. Let's move on, boys, because we've got one more story to talk about. Assassin's Creed Shadows, a game near and dear to my heart, as you I'm sure all know, is being delayed again, now launching in March 2025. The game's been delayed once again. Yves Guillemot, the CEO of Ubisoft, says this second delay was a decision in order to give the teams as much time as possible to craft, quote, the most ambitious opus of the Assassin's Creed franchise, end quote. Adding that they, quote, made the decision to provide an extra month of development to Shadows in order to better incorporate the player feedback gathered over the past 3 months that will enable us to fully deliver on the potential of the game and finish the year on a strong note, end quote. Sucks that it got delayed, but I'm always happy when a game gets delayed if it's going to be better.
Yeah. I will also say my wife is happy that it's been delayed because now it's no longer on February 14th, Valentine's Day.
Oh. I thought your wife liked Assassin's Creed. No? Am I wrong?
Yeah, I think she likes, me buying her things that are nice, to show how much I love her more than she likes Assassin's Creed. But yes, she does like Assassin's Creed.
Fair enough. I'm gutted. This was a slam dunk present for Emma. She's a big Assassin's Creed person. It would have been easy. Now I got to think of something else.
Yeah. I'm lucky. We don't celebrate Valentine's Day.
No.
Yeah, we don't really either.
No,
but
I
probably would have gotten it for her for that.
I refuse. I've said that many times. I'm never letting. To be fair, our anniversary is the 11th, so it kind of doesn't make sense to do both. But I've always said, I'm not letting the world tell me when to buy you gifts. If I walk into a shop and you see a pair of trainers and you go, oh, I'm not sure, then I buy the trainers, and that's my love. I'm not going to go buy you flowers and roses and all this other crap because they want to market it to me. Say no, people. Say no.
Yeah. Boycott Valentine's Day.
To be honest, my Valentine's Day every year for however long it's been now is very much we stay in, we order a takeaway, we watch a film together.
That's just a normal day for me and Haley.
That's not a normal day. It is now that I've got the Steam Deck. Like now that I can sit on the sofa with her. But yeah,
that's a Tuesday. What are you talking about? That's normal.
No, for me it's like, you know what? I love you enough to turn my PC off for a day.
Gotcha. But back to Assassin's Creed. We'll start with you, Matt. How you like generally? How you feeling about? Again, hard topic for me to talk on, as I'm sure you all know and understand. But I would love to hear your guys' opinion on Ubisoft as a whole right now, and the internet's opinion of Ubisoft right now. So please.
I think this is a big Assassin's Creed for Ubisoft to get right. I think people have been calling out for the feudal Japan Assassin's Creed since Assassin's Creed's inception. They need to get it right. It can't really launch with Unity level issues. Whilst I think they haven't been there for a while, their Assassin's Creed haven't launched in that state for a while. I think general vibe is that they've launched in pretty good states, if I'm not mistaken.
Absolutely, I agree. Yeah.
But this has been delayed now twice, right? There is some controversy around the characters, and I think the industry, the influencer industry, is in a pretty negative space when it comes to games being woke and all these things. They need to put their best foot forward. If they feel like another 6 weeks is going to be the answer to that, great, go for it. I guess I'm skeptical about how much you can impact a game on the scale of Assassin's Creed in 6 weeks. I don't know why else they would delay it. I'm not, tinfoil hat. I've no. Go on, Crash. Crash is the answer.
Easy reason why they're delaying it. Monster Hunter comes out at the end of the month. I think this is supposed to be a bigger Assassin's Creed. I don't think they want people to get pulled away from it. I think they want all the talk and the conversation when this game comes out to be fully focused on this game. Unless there's something else coming out in March, but I don't
I'm
think
literally
there's
about to
anything.
check, so you keep talking. I'll
You've
check.
got
Yeah.
way smaller scale stuff like Atomfall, I think is now similar time period.
27.
Yeah, but I think that's about it. And like that, you're right in the sense that like Monster Hunter is so much bigger scale than that. I
mean, you got to
question
remember
what the audience crossover is, but
for me, it's more of a case of what they're avoiding in February. We've mentioned it already. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 drops on the 4th. That's going to be a huge RPG game. You've got Civ 7, while not a lot of crossover, is still a huge release. Avowed, again, is another like massive Western like RPG level size thing. And then, Monster Hunter Wilds on the 28th.
You're forgetting about Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii.
Yeah, big time sync games. Even if the crossover isn't exactly there, and I would say like the footage I've seen of the naval combat from Yakuza Pirate is very Black Flag. Like I was surprised at how much it looked like Black Flag. And so maybe you're right. Maybe February just got a little bit crowded. But it's mad that a franchise like Assassin's Creed can get scared out of a release date, if that is what happened, which of course we don't know is the case.
So go ahead.
You got to assume, it's just mad. Sorry, go on, Diesel.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think it's not just the fact that I don't think it's a case of Assassin's Creed being scared out of the situation. I think it's a case of Ubisoft need a slam dunk win. Like right now, like with all this, like again, when going into the nitty gritty of it, with the stories we've heard about the potential buyouts of Ubisoft as a company, and like they need, like we've had like miss after miss recently. Like Star Wars Outlaws didn't land for as well as people wanted it to. X Defiant is closing down. RIP. We had, what was the other one? Skull and Bones just didn't land for anyone, I don't think. So you've had like the 3 massive AAA titles there, which haven't landed for Ubisoft, and now there's these like the vultures are swarming, are like looking what they can pick apart. Like they need Assassin's Creed Shadows to land, and I think it just makes sense for them to move out of the way of anything that could take away market share from that. Like I don't think it's a case of like they're scared of Civ 7 or they're scared of Monster Hunter Wilds, but I think it's a case of like if we can give it a little bit of extra space that we know will work out better for us, then why not?
Yeah, it was an interesting point that you brought up. I was just looking at what else launched around Star Wars Outlaws. And Black Myth is the only thing that kind of comes close. Oh, Shadow of the Erdtree, I guess that was way before, wasn't it?
I'm not too sure when did
months before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting, but like you would never think that Assassin's Creed would be the one to shake in that game of chicken. I don't know, but
I just
you're
think
right that like there's a huge amount of time sync games coming out in that period.
Yeah, and I think if they can get if they can see well, we can move to next month in, and we know that it's got a better chance of being a hit.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
then we've also got a few extra weeks so we could just fine tune and polish all the little bits that we know, and get that day one patch ready, so that it has the best chance.
I was kind of gutted. Like, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to Shadows. Like they released the footage of the parkour and that being a little bit more complex and stuff like that. Go on, Crash.
That got me very, because it's kind of been on the back burner ever since it got the big delay. But then I did see that the other day and I was like, oh, this actually looks probably like the most interesting parkour has been in one of these games since probably Unity.
It makes me very much not excited to play as Yasuke. Because they released some video as well of like him fucking up a parkour move, and it's like part of the cinematic, and it is what it is. But like clearly, I don't know. I guess that won't be part of it, right? Like you parkour with, can't remember the character's name. No way.
Yeah.
Let's go. Nailed it. Well done, Matt.
I believe.
And then which is a really interesting idea, right? That these two characters are going to have very different gameplay styles. I like that. But yeah, seeing the parkour and getting a bit nostalgic and being like, oh man, that looks exciting. And then being like, but do I want to play as Yasuke now? I don't know. I mean, I'm sure I will. Well,
I think it's very much like the case of like how you play these games, right? Like, do you want to be that stealth assassin, or do you want to be the guy that takes a big stick and hits everything with it?
Sure.
I know.
And the answer is I want to be stealth for the first few hours until I get bored of sneaking around. And then this is why I didn't go to Tsushima. It was all stealth for a little while. And then it's like, I'm just going to walk into this camp and scream, come at me, bro. And everybody's going to come at me, bro. And I'm going to knock them all out in a minute. So I'm excited for it still. It's interesting and fascinating that it's moved. And I just broke my pen.
Yeah. What's more interesting and fascinating is Flix's face throughout that entire thing.
No, because you made that sound like, look, dude, for obvious reasons, you know why I'm staying quiet. I work for Ubisoft. Anything that I add to this conversation is kind of null and void, so there's just no point. Look, I'm upset just like everybody else. It's been delayed, but I agree with everything the boys have said pretty much. So, cool. Boys, should we play some Guess That Game?
No.
Yes.
If you don't know what Guess That Game is that game show within the game podcast that we do right here on My Xbox and Me, where you can play along. We are going to be, the guys are going to ask me yes or no questions. I'm going to say yes or no, and sometimes maybe, and not sure. You're going to have 1 minute and 30 seconds, which I have no phone, so that I don't know. Someone else going to time it for me. Sorry, I haven't got a phone today. And we're going to do it. We're also going to do a trivia question at the end, and you will get a bonus point if you can get the exact game. The game has to launched on Xbox, and Xbox could be OG, could be 360, could be One, could be Series. Boys, points right now. You have got Crash on 0, Matt on 0, Despawn on 0, and the boy himself, woohoo, MC Fixer on 1 point. You already know. All right, are we ready?
Order.
It will be Crash, Matt, Despawn.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Ready.
3, 2, 1, let's do it.
OG Xbox game?
No.
Xbox 360 game.
Yes.
Exclusive?
No.
Major publisher?
Maybe, kinda.
Do you shoot guns in the game?
No.
Is it single player only?
Yes.
Hack and slash?
No.
Multiple entries in the franchise?
Yes.
Is it a fantasy title?
No.
Platformer?
No.
Oh my god, I'm fucked. Did any of the entries in the franchise have multiplayer?
Not that I know of. No, I don't believe so.
Okay. Is it a 3D?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it a top-down view game?
No.
Is it in Game Pass?
Oh god, I don't know.
We'll come back to it.
Is it a Ubisoft title?
No.
Okay.
Capcom game?
Nope.
Sega?
Nope.
Activision?
Nope.
Is it on other platforms?
Yes.
Oh no. Does it have an iconic lead? Oh no, can I ask a different question?
No, that's a good
God.
question, and yes, it does.
It does have an iconic lead.
Yes.
Okay. Are we done then?
I'll give everyone one more. Crash,
Is it a platformer? I don't know if we asked it.
you already asked that. Ask a different
I
one.
already asked that.
Was it a platformer? Question mark?
No.
Yes.
Is it, we don't even have a genre. Is it a sim?
No.
Uh,
Matt, give me one. Come on.
Yeah. Is it a fighter?
No. Kinda. No.
kind of no. Okay. Is it a male lead?
Absolutely is.
Okay.
I like Crash's face right here. I think Crash might be on.
No, I don't
think
got
Crash
it.
might be
No,
onto
I
something.
don't
Alright,
got
boys.
it.
I'm going to push you because we don't want to sit around too long. Crash, we're going to go to you first. Go on. Give me a guess.
The only guess I have, and it's wrong. It's 100% wrong. Sleeping Dogs. It's not Sleeping Dogs.
The game is not Sleeping Dogs.
You shoot guns and sleeping dogs. The shoot guns thing is what's throwing me.
Matt,
It's
a
shoot
360
guns.
game?
It's not a hack and slash. It's
A 360 game where you don't shoot guns is wild because they all were shooters. This is a
this one wasn't.
clearly. Oh God, I am struggling to even concoct an answer. Despawn, if you've got one, please do go because I'm struggling.
They're getting more time to think. You got to call
No,
it.
I've got one in my mind.
They're good. They're dumb. They ain't got this one. Matt, I'm pushing you for a guess. Give me something.
I've got one. I think.
Okay, go on.
I don't think it is, but is it Lost Odyssey?
No, it is not.
Okay.
Is it Forza Motorsport 3?
No, it is not.
What?
Okay, so you're going wrong, unfortunately. The game was Batman Origins.
Huh.
Yeah, don't hate
Does
him.
he shoot a gun?
Somebody asked if it was third person.
No, they asked if it was a platformer. Nobody asked third person.
I asked if it was 3D. That was it.
And I said yes.
He said yes.
Batman famously not.
And I asked
much
major
of a shooter.
publisher. It's not a major publisher. Yeah,
Iconic male lead. He's done us.
Yeah.
He's done us.
Yeah, no, that was good. That was good.
Do I get a point?
No, it's not how it works.
I thought we said we were doing points if I got it right, and we stumped you.
I don't know.
We said we would try and live for a month. We
did. As long as we all agreed that it was a good enough.
Yeah.
He played in good faith,
Yeah,
which
you get a
he
point.
absolutely did.
Absolutely.
And I think it's a win. It's a win.
Oh, you're getting no points because you're not going to get the game because you didn't get the game. But piece of trivia: I met the cast of Batman Arkham Origins. My very first Comic-Con. Who was I more excited to meet?
Okay.
On the cast.
Are we allowed to look up the cast and decide who, or are we just supposed to know?
Sure, I can. I'll make it a fun one. I'll give you multiple choice, right?
Okay.
Was it A, Roger Craig Smith, B, Troy Baker, or C, Jeremy Price, who was an artist, who wasn't a voice actor?
I love this. At least one of us is getting a point here, lads.
Mm-hmm. Well,
we should all not get it.
Yeah, unless we all say the same thing.
Are we doing that? We have to lock in.
I have
you're gonna lock in. You're gonna lock in your answers.
What was the first one you said?
Roger Craig Smith.
That one.
Okay.
That's
what
I'm
going
saying.
My answer is Roger Craig Smith as well.
Okay.
My answer is Troy Baker. You've just said it's your first thing.
Yeah.
I think you're excited for Troy.
Okay.
Troy Baker. Fix has met Troy Baker before.
Before his first thing?
That was your first time?
That was my first time meeting Troy Baker. It was my first time. But, of course, the answer is Roger Craig Smith. Does anyone know why? For a bonus point.
Oh, my God.
Oh, we're allowed to give extra bonus points like this?
And do I want?
Breaking the game.
Why do I feel like he's a voice actor in something else that you like?
Don't look it up.
I'm not. I'm like, yeah, no.
Yeah, I mean, it has to be that. That has to be the answer.
Can I just look up who Roger Craig Smith is?
No,
because I'll probably give you the answer.
I don't know who he is. I have no guess. I don't know who Roger Craig Smith is.
I'll punt. I'll have a punt guess.
I'll have a punt as well.
Matt, we'll go with Matt first. Go on.
Was he the voice of like the Batman animated cartoon as a kid that you would watch like every Saturday probably?
Very good, but no, unfortunately not.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think he was also a voice actor in Resident Evil.
Let's point to D-Sport.
Let's go.
I was so happy. Roger Craig Smith, of course, a voice in Resident Evil. I got him to sign my steelbook cover of Resident Evil 5, I believe, and 6.
Nice.
Who is he in Resident Evil 5 and 6?
I believe he's Chris Redfield.
Oh, shit. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I remember. But yeah, he played Troy Baker also in Resident Evil 6 plays Jake, so I got him to sign that as well. But a little bit of information.
That man really has done everything.
Yeah.
Yes. And that was the first time meeting him. Didn't have to pay. They just did a big booth outside, a big table outside the Batman booth. Sat down, there was a queue, and me and Haley got in the queue and was like, we don't know what this is for until we realized what it was for. And I was like, oh my God, I've got these on me. Please sign them. We did.
Oh, you lucked out.
Yeah. Before Comic-Con was give me all your money.
So,
man,
just to clarify the rules again, like, do we get a point for getting the trivia question right? And do I get my bonus point for getting the game as well?
You get. No, you didn't get the game. Let's make that very clear.
No, not the game. Sorry, the bonus point for getting.
I'll give you a bonus point.
We can get you the reason you were excited. Sorry.
Yes,
we can do the bonus point. I don't like the fact there's another bonus point on top of it. There's already 3 points up for grabs every week.
Trivia bonus points.
Look, guys, I just try and make this segment a little bit more fun, and I guarantee you the audience are going to find that fun. Guarantee it.
I'm here for it. Just chuck out bonus points whenever you
Of
want.
course you're here for a T-spawn.
Yeah, I'm here for it. Yeah.
Got an extra point.
Wait, just to clarify why I'm here for it. Fix, what are the scores right now?
The scores right now, Crash is on 0 points.
Nope.
Matt is on 0. Yes.
No. I got one.
When did you get one?
Roger Craig Smith.
He just got Roger Craig Smith.
Sorry, I only updated. Sorry, I'm Crash. I'm sorry.
I was last year's winner. Remember that, okay? Treat me with respect when we play this game.
No,
I'm sorry.
Show me that trophy, Crash.
Show me the trophy. Show me the trophy. If Crash doesn't do this, he's lost already. He's lost already. Crash is on 1 point. Matt is on 0 points. Despawn on 2 points, and myself also on 2 points. I feel like the bonus points are going to be fun, Crash, because Matt's not here all the time, which allows him then to catch up as well.
You say that, but what's going to end up happening is we're going to get to like 25 points apiece, and Matt's going to be at like 3 points.
Yeah, right. I mean,
because I don't think you're always going to do a bonus point. Like, I just think it was a fun moment there.
Only when I'm here.
No.
Only when you're not.
All right. Is there a blind ranking? Was there one in there and stuff?
No, there's nothing. Nobody's
in
posted one. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, cool. Let's jump into Fix the Stack. Remember, you can email in myxboxandmepodcast@gmail.com, or you can ask your questions on X, which is at myxboxandme currently, is the @ that you can send it, #MXAM, or last but not least, join the Discord, which has a great place of people in there just making discussions. They have got a fan critic going. Boys, do we want to do a fan critic for the podcast? Us lot.
Yes.
Our own league. I feel like it is gonna have to be a bonus episode. Because it has to be its own separate thing. But I am totally up for it. Matt doesn't seem impressed.
I just don't know what we're talking about.
Have you not seen the Fantasy Critic?
Fantasy Critic is what it's called. Sorry, thank you.
It's like fantasy football, but
for video games.
Yeah.
So you pick a bunch of games and you want the good ones that get good review scores. I think it's on Metacritic, right?
So I think it's just
thing. There was an app that you did it with movies, and you had your own like movie theater, and you had to do it every weekend, and you got money based on how well the movies performed.
So it's basically, I think the general rule of thumb is over or under 70 Metacritic score, and that like gives, if you get the amount of points over 70, and then you lose the amount of points under 70 depending on the rating that it finally gets.
So do we want to do that?
I'm down.
I love it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
We will do it then, everybody. So there you go. But shout out to the community who have their own one going right now in the Discord. Shout out to Angor
for the mod.
Help shout out that he's a mod in the Discord and he set up the mod in the Fantasy Critic for them. So shout out there.
Yeah.
And Stead for setting the whole thing up.
Of course. Shout out to Stead for sorting it all out. Perfect. First question comes from Toplift91 and says, what do you guys think is a better card game? Queen's Blood or Gwen? Fresh?
It's hard to go against Gwent. I have to go Gwent, even though I think I enjoy Queen's Blood more. I think I have to go Gwent because Gwent went off and they did their own game. They like proved that they got some staying power with that game. I think I got to go Gwent.
Okay, Matt?
I've never played Queen's Blood, obviously. So I'd say Gwent at 2, but of course the real answer is Balatro.
Wrong. It's not involved. Despawn?
I'm going to lean towards Queen's Blood. Like I to this day, I still want like a physical version of that card game.
Bro, a 3D printed board and like a whole physical card game, I'd buy this shit.
So I actually saw someone who'd made one themselves, and I was like, I need that in my life. But I prefer Queen's Blood to Gwent, even though you like say Gwent had its own standalone spin-off. But the real answer is Triple Triad from Final Fantasy VIII.
I'm a Queen's Blood boy to the day that I die. Never had a card game in a video game captivate me like that game did, where I physically... 1 second.
Go on,
where
I'll
I physically
and I'll tell you
excited. Where? What else?
You land.
I'm done. Where I physically got excited every time I saw one.
Sabak?
No.
I mean, that's not a card game.
It is 100% a card game.
Yes, it is. What are you talking about, fool?
I didn't play that game. I got no
It's out of
clue.
here.
It's
No,
basically
Sabak was huge for me.
Yeah, it's basically Space Snap.
Pretty much, yeah. Well,
I don't know why I thought it was played with like chips or something.
It is as well. You put
use
chips
chips.
down and stuff like
That's
that.
probably
but
what I was.
it is
That's probably what I was thinking of. I didn't know there was actual cards for it. Okay.
No, I think Queen's Blood is a much better game than Sabak, because Sabak, even in Outlaws, you are reliant very heavily on cheating and stuff like that, which
That's what makes it better.
It doesn't make for a funner game. Where like Queen's Blood, if I find someone who's like, yo, I want to come to your house and play some Queen's Blood, I'd be like, fucking hell, we're best friends. Like, that'd be crazy.
You're going down.
I'd probably put the most time of these sorts of games that we're talking about into just poker and Red Dead Redemption. I played a lot of poker in Red Dead Redemption. And that had cheating and stuff as well, like little extra goodies.
Yeah. But those are my answers. Those are our answers. Origin Cookie Man says, will the Windows version of the Lenovo Legion Go, due out this month, be the first handheld Xbox device?
Yes.
No, Origin Cookie Man. Not what?
No. It's not an Xbox device.
It's not Xbox.
Oh, that natively runs.
Device. Yeah.
It's not an Xbox device. It's a Windows device.
Even if it natively runs Game Pass, it's not an Xbox product. It is a Lenovo product.
Yes.
I would say like Android phones run games. Oh no, that's cloud gaming.
Look, Android phones. You don't consider Android phones Google phones. Google has their own line of phones.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry.
There's an easy answer to this.
Yeah, go on.
Why would Xbox be making a handheld and keep talking about how they want to build an Xbox handheld that is outside of the Windows experience if they would consider this an Xbox handheld? Makes no sense. No, I don't like the question, Origin Cookie Man. I'm not happy with you.
I think the first Xbox handheld will be whatever runs the first one to ever run the Xbox OS on a handheld.
Yes.
Xbox is saying everything's a handheld.
They didn't say that.
They're saying everything's in Xbox.
That's what I mean. They will include that in this.
Of course, that's not the question.
But then the first Xbox handheld already exists. I have it in my hand right now.
Absolutely.
Cool preview. We'll put out a video tomorrow. We'll give you the breakdown on it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right, Crash.
I talk about it every week. My Steam
No,
Deck
I'm
is
not.
an
Stop
Xbox
saying
handheld.
that, man.
You're absolutely correct. Well done.
Okay.
I hate you.
Orange Cookie Man also said this, so he's back in my good graces again. Also, shout out to Stead for the setup/admin of the first MXAM Fantasy Creative League within the Discord. See, the Orange Cookie Man? I like that. Thank you for being kind in our community. Top Lift 91 is back and has Xbox This is an Xbox and multi-platform game strategy changed how you're feeling about the Xbox brand? Are you happy they give you options to game when and where you want?
Yes.
No.
Nailed it.
Clip it, ship it. Go on.
I think options are cool if you give me a reason to play on that ecosystem. I don't think for me personally, Xbox, I've had a lot of a reason to play on the Xbox ecosystem, a whole lot. And so I'd say no, I don't think it really changes anything.
I think what Xbox need to do is get good. And I mean that in the best way possible. They need to get good games. They need to get good games. Like, I just haven't, we've been doing this podcast. I've been doing this podcast for 10 years. This is the most I've been out of touch with Xbox as a whole. You know, it really is. Don't get me wrong. I still love the platform. I would still every day of the week have an Xbox downstairs in my front room. Like that will never change. I've been too entrenched in it now, but they don't give me a reason to even want to play in that ecosystem anymore. I hate the Game Pass app. I think the Game Pass app is absolutely awful. For finding new games, it's terrible. They need a fucking tab that is sort by release date. I don't know how many times I have to bloody say that. Like, it's just stupid. I don't like the way it's built. I feel like it's built, they're trying to be like Spotify for games, where they give you this algorithmic version. I don't know if your algorithm looks different to mine. It feels like, and it just doesn't work for me. Just like, give me game released, boom, done. And then I can look through it myself. I'm not in love with Xbox across everything right now. I feel like it's too separated. It needs to come through one unified, especially when this handheld comes, one unified AI. It's the same on the Xbox, as it's the same on the PC, as it's the same on the mobile phone, as it's the same on the Lenovo flipping Go. Like, that's what we need, in my opinion.
What was the thing you requested? The exact feature? Can you reword exactly what you asked for?
Release date, not the date it was put on Game Pass, which they have right now.
Gotcha,
Release date.
Yeah, no, you're correct about that.
Games coming out in games that have released in 2025, and you go, boom! Oh, look at all these games that have been added on Game Pass that came out in 2025. Like, I don't see why that's so hard. That's a very easy thing to add.
I don't disagree. I think they're like, when we talked about this, I think last week or week before, whatever. Like the PlayStation 1 is just so much worse, and so they're the like. I get what you're saying, Fix, but early on in the life cycle of these things, xCloud I think is still technically in beta.
It is still beta,
and PlayStation feels like it's in pre-alpha, but whatever. Go on, Crash.
That's a boring excuse. Xbox will run that till it dries if you let them walk away with that excuse. Facts. Is the problem.
Yeah, look, I agree, and it should be better by now because it's been going for so long and stuff like that. But I think they're doing it the best, is what I would say. Like,
who are they competing with?
Well, GeForce Now, I suppose, but
who are they competing with? Like, realistically, GeForce Now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like Luna, like, okay, great, you're the best of a bunch of bad ones. Like, but
like Spotify was not great when it started, but it was the only one doing it.
Yeah, but Xbox are not the only one doing it.
Well, they kind of are.
No, they're not. They're the only one who has Game Pass. They're not the only one doing it. There are other options out there. That's facts. They're the best. I'm not sitting here saying they're not the best at what they're doing, because they are. They're the best at what they're doing. But I have literal issues with it where it doesn't provide me what I bloody want from it. Like, a tab 2025 games, perfect. I want to see the new releases that came out in 2025 on the Game Pass app. Why is that so hard? And I know why it's hard, because they don't want you to search like that. They want you to search for Resident Evil 3 that they've paid a load of money on to be on there, and they're going to go, oh, you liked Resident Evil, let's algorithmically give you this game because you're like, oh, you're going to play it. I don't care. I don't want to play it. I want to play 2025 games.
Yeah. It's probably tried and true. Like, there's probably a reason Netflix doesn't do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, and I hate it for Netflix as well.
Yeah. I wonder what that is, but it feels tried and true, right? Like, it feels tested in some way, and they probably won't do it.
But Netflix is actually good, because at least it goes, and I know Xbox does technically do this, but I just don't like the way it's set out. But Netflix go, they do the whole coming soon, right? And and Xbox do that, and they've got the whole, these are the new ones that have been added, and they've got that. But I just don't love the UI. I don't love it. Netflix I do love, because I'm
the
so
good thing
used
that
to it.
Xbox does in that regard is it does have a chain of here's coming soon and preload.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Sorry, that is in Game Pass as well, obviously, not cloud. So it's a little bit different to what we're talking about, but yeah.
No, yeah, that's just my opinion on the brand. Yeah. I'm still out here. Anyone else got anything to add? Because I definitely took over that conversation.
Yeah, it's a weird one, because my gameplay habits have changed completely nowadays. Like, again, we talk about it every week now, because it is the way I play games. But like, the way that I play through Steam Deck is like, because I've got Game Pass on that and I can play my Steam games. Like, I think having access to it through that has changed my way, because I primarily play Xbox games through Game Pass now and cloud. I have become Matt, Destroyer of Worlds. But no, like, I don't.
Sorry for you.
I don't play natively, and if I play an Xbox game that's on PC, I'll play it natively on Steam Deck. But yeah, like, I can't remember the last time I turned on my Xbox to play Xbox games. Like, the only way I played like on an Xbox now is through the Xbox One cloud gaming. And that's it.
Okay.
Like,
you also play more games in general on the Steam Deck. Like, you're playing like Steam games as well on the Steam Deck, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're just more in general, like, into the whole handheld. You buy into the handheld aspect in general for gaming.
Yeah, but again, I think that's more of a lifestyle option because I want to spend more time next to my wife and rather than being locked in this room.
And it's the new thing for you. Like you got it just before Christmas, so it's your new shiny toy.
Yeah, but again, while that is an element of it, and I want to try and get as much use out of it now, and kind of validate the purchase. I don't feel like anytime I'm playing it, I'm like, man, I wish I was sat at my desk playing this instead.
No, of course. But what is the next game that will do that to you? Because there will be one, right?
GTA.
Yeah, sure. Good example. Like there's no way that you're going to put up GTA 6 for the first time on your Steam Deck.
Weak-willed. The both. If you both don't play that on your mobile clouds, whatever, you guys are both weak-willed human beings.
Don't get me wrong.
I will stand by what you say.
I will 100% play it on there, but it will not be the main way I play GTA.
Weak-willed. Can't believe this.
Okay, deal, Crash. Here's what we're going to do. I'm only going to play GTA on the PlayStation Portal.
No, you're fucking not.
I love that. Yes, please.
No, you're fucking not. How dare you?
I will only play GTA via remote play. And the reason I say the Portal is because that's my shiny new thing. But maybe I'll commit. Maybe I'll only do it streaming my Xbox to my phone. The way Phil Spencer would have wanted.
I'm moving this conversation along.
So much.
No, we're not doing this. I'm moving the conversation. Last question this week, boys. Eldozo says, what are your excitement levels for the Developer Direct next week? What's your thoughts on the fourth announced game? Also, do you think they drop any other games or updates here? We'll answer that last part. The rest we kind of already answered. Any updates? Do you think we'll see Fable at all? Do you think we'll see anything else like that? Or do you think it will strictly be the 4 games that have been announced?
I think it'll be the fog. I think they're pretty good at with these developer directs of saying this is what's coming. We're telling you there's a secret 4th thing because there's just a secret 4th thing. I don't
Hi-Fi Rush.
All right,
Hi-Fi Rush broke that.
I don't know.
And they did it last year, didn't they? Didn't they have an extra thing in January last year? I'm sure they did.
Right. Yeah, they did. I think you're right. I think you're right as well. It wasn't big.
There were 4 things. They showed the chalkboard, and then it zoomed out a little bit, and there was a 5th thing, and then it was looming the whole time.
I think you get 2 things. I think you get one thing that's going to be release day and date because the day falls in the perfect day. Because I think a bunch of games release that day because it's like a Tuesday or Friday or whatever, or Thursday, whatever day we're releasing games this year.
Whenever.
And then I think you get what they're the surprise they have planned for you to know about as well.
Yeah, I think there's a 5th thing. A 5th, a surprising thing. Do I think it's Fable? No. Do I want it to be Fable?
Yes. Agreed.
I think, I don't think the secret 5th thing is going to be a major first party thing. I think, it'll be maybe a day and date announcement. Sorry, fly. But I don't think it's going to be a huge thing. Sorry, I had a fly in my face. I was brushing. Hey.
Please watch the podcast. You guys see the video of Diesel trying to spot this fly away. It's hilarious. Boys, let's plug and get out of here, man. Diesel, we'll start with you. What you got to plug? You've been working on anything cool at work?
Nothing at work. I'm going to plug us in 2 weeks' time specifically. Big rebrand coming. I've finished all my work.
You haven't.
No, I'm sure you guys will have another list of 12 things from there.
I've definitely got more stuff for you to do, so they're definitely not finished. But you did a lot of it, and I appreciate you.
Yeah, I've done everything that was on my list.
Rebrand is coming.
Looks
Episode
nice.
500. You will see the rebrand of MXAM.
Yeah, we're becoming a cheese-based podcast, just brie, left, right, and center.
When you said M, I don't know why. I thought you were going to say MC Fixer. That's where the rebrand was going.
MC Fixer and the 4 Stooges. There's only 3 of you, but I need to say 4.
Because as of episode 500, Phil Spencer's a permanent host on the My Xbox and Me podcast, right?
Why are you spoiling that? Why did you even say this crap? What is wrong with you?
Because you just let it spill. It's MC Fixer and the 4 Stooges. One of those 4 Stooges is Phil Spencer.
He's leaving Xbox to come
Can
and
I
do
just let you guys
Xbox
know? I've worked with Microsoft before on getting guests on this podcast. We had AC Bongos. I'm sure you all know that. Yeah, that was one of the hardest things I've ever done. And I love AC Bongos, don't get it twisted, but he's not Phil Spencer. Like, yeah. So let me just tell you right now, that's not going to happen. I don't even know if we got a guest right now, but I will put the feelers out to the plethora of people that I know. Maybe we go get Des Liguri. He's gone independent. I'm sure he would like to talk Xbox. So maybe I'll chat to him and see what's going on. Who knows? Who knows? Crash, what you got to plug?
The Discord, blind rankings. There's a section for blind rankings. I said it at the beginning. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to remind you, if we do not have a blind rankings by next week, I'm deleting the whole page. I don't want to hear nothing from anybody about blind rankings. We're going to stop Guess That Game. There's no more games on this podcast. All of it's gone. Okay. You guys will interact with the stuff we put out for your entertainment, or I don't want to hear nothing from you guys.
Wow.
Damn.
Whoa, he's going to get some negative reviews on the podcast review soon. You can tell that's coming. Ooh,
Are you trying to get us a 4-star review? What the hell?
No, we're going to get 5-star, but you know, they're just going to be like, this Crash guy sucks. Thank God. Bad
They're
time.
my favorite reviews.
Bad time.
Bad time.
Bad time.
Somebody send your blind ranking in a review, please.
That would be fucking hilarious. I can't lie. Matt, what you got to plug? You've been working hard at work?
Yeah, but let's plug. There's this thing in the Discord where you can leave your blind rankings, and I think you should go and do that.
Yeah, thanks for the recommendation.
You guys suck at plugs. I just want you all to know you suck at this. All right. Well, I'm back. I'm back live on Twitch all the time. So go drop me a follow over on Twitch. If you're not already following, I'd appreciate it. Follow the My Xbox and Me Twitch channel as well. We would appreciate that big time. Going to do a reaction stream, obviously, which will probably have a post show as well, which will go up on the podcast feed. I want to get back to doing pre and post shows for stuff like that. So, yes, we will be working. There's a lot coming. Appreciate you all. Until next time, I've been MC Fixer. That's been Crash. That's been Matt. That's been Paul Despawn. And this has been My Xbox and Me. Goodbye.